back. They managed to pick the med, so it is nice coordinated aggression with their scout called that he was in. And now we have a hold here, and this is a nice time to switch back to Uber because it has been a bit overlong. They've been sitting on that crits, and now they are back into an Uber advantage, which could be the thing they need to push last. Now, stopping right there, rocket jumping up rather than equalizing up was a terrible idea because he was getting close to crit heals, and being a bit slower to have 200 health would have been a lot better. But, you know, minor mistake. Shouldn't matter too much unless he dies, which he just did, as did his medic. So that sucks. Arguably the result would have been the same. Whatever health he had. But, I don't know. It was a bad time to peak so aggressively when they had a significant Uber advantage and a chance to put a round away. But alas, they did peak. Now, another medic pick somewhere, somehow, possibly a rainbow was involved. And 3 kills, so a failed attempt at pushing out of snakewater last because it's flipping impossible to push in or out at this point or do whatever. I wouldn't be surprised. Look, the mid's back. He died like 2 seconds ago. Don't tell me that the spawn timer isn't broken. I think they get the cap though because they just barely managed to frag enough people, so good job. Now back to mid, back to probably what's another up top jump. We shall see. Where we could be in right now, just saying. Alright, so, playing mid. He's up top. The demo destroys him. He's done no damage so far. And their team's falling apart, so they need to get out. And unfortunately they lose a medic, so 2 is gone. And basically it just comes down to the lack of damage they're contributing by putting the soldiers up top. Although maybe there's some kind of play going on beyond what I can see here, and it's just a clever distraction to open up the way for their scouts and demo. But anyways, capitalization was not done upon the potential opportunity they had. So here I'd be playing back. I would like the medic behind the pocket because, oh, there's the Uber. Now they're stuck out of spawn. So there goes the med. Nice, you know, decision from the pocket to not really, you know, care and just let it be. Ooh, barely missing that rocket jump. That sucks. So I think it would have been possible to defend that last point if they had managed to get their combo back into spawn and establish some presence out on the left side again with buffs. But their medic wandered far away from spawn with a very, very obvious Uber disadvantage. So, okay, this is like the slowest rollout. Holy smokes. They're like 3 seconds late. Although, the advantage that's apparently come from them being slow, or perhaps them just playing changing up their play, is this pocket's still at full health and he's done more damage. You know, 40. It's better than 0 from going up top and getting destroyed. So they just stayed high health, and this will push the entire mid. They didn't bother messing around up top. Now, they don't need these cap points, because they have a flippin' crits Krieg that they could be taking onto 2 right now. They could already have presence, or they could already be popped on them. But they are not. So Pocket goes in, plays off the combo, and enough of blue spawns are back from mid now, so the greed for some points is gonna really bite blue here, or red here, because they did not move the combo on the opportunity they had, and then they pushed as if they still had that same opportunity, but there was no longer 3 picks. And there was no longer that fleeting moment of crits versus no Uber. Well, that's like the most unfortunate time to peek out. It's just a bit too early. Now I wouldn't really show myself on mid here. I'd go this far and then get out. The medic risked himself more than it was necessary. He could have easily stayed inside this and still committed the same amount. I mean, the outcome was obvious here from the very beginning, that they weren't going to be able to get back in on mid. And I really don't like the fact that they're sitting on crits here, because the other team has been quite slow pushing this point the entire time. And it's unlikely, you know, the other team will have Uber to counter this crits. It's unlikely you're going to do anything. Like, if they could back up 10 seconds, they would have this. But now they are really screwed. So it feels to me like they're treating, like they have two modes of play and they take time to switch. It's like the crits mode, the Uber mode, and you need to wait like until there's a call to switch out. The mentality I prefer to take is that when you crits, you crits for one life because you're doing some fleeting advantage or some specific push, and then you stop, because unless you have that same timing that you had before, which you don't often, you know, really have on consecutive lives, the opportunity is just not there anymore, especially when you're in defense. Your advantage when you're defending is that you can back up and kite around, and they easily could have had an Uber and defended that too, but they had a crits, and they didn't even kite back against the enemy Uber they knew was coming. They just stood there, and then they died. So we see an effective soldier jump up top, finally, the first time in this match, after time limit was just taken off. Probably thanks to the fact that the other team is inexplicably running a sniper to mid, which I never understood on any map. Except for Yukon, because Yukon is garbage. So here's Cap. I guess it doesn't really matter that their combo is a bit slow moving. Okay, now it matters that their combo decided to split off from the demo when they could have been with him, because they now have no demo. So, what could have been a guaranteed cap here is now a fight. And they just got totally owned on the health advantage, except that soldier's... Whoa. Okay, I mean, he was coming straight down, but come on, that was still pretty sweet. And it felt like they were losing the push, and then they hit an air shot and they won. Air shots must be what makes TF2 click. Frag videos, anyways. Okay, so I come all down to that. I don't think the med died, so we are on even Ubers pushing on last. So let's see how they execute this. The thing about this last point is it's like totally bullshit difficult to actually cap it on even situations. And, well, it doesn't matter too much because the other team doesn't know that they're not building Uber, but it's always a good idea to build the Uber, because like if a soldier came out of drop down, which they're not accurately watching, like if you don't actually have somebody up in there, which, okay, to be fair, I don't know that their armor is not up in there. The scouts seem to be checking it frequently, so I think he's not. If a soldier just drops out of there and attacks your med when he's right at his feet, you can get that pop, and if he doesn't have it, because you haven't been building, you can get that kill. So I do not like standing there, basically, when there's perfectly legitimate places like where he is now, or over on the left side, where you can stand and not have the risk of somebody just dropping on your face. I also don't like how the pocket has not managed his ammo here, because it's like, you're gonna spam for a bit, you're gonna sit here for a bit, that's like part of the plan. You need to have more rockets. Like, what, you had an opportunity to push there, you can't push, you have no ammo, and it's gonna take, you know, a few of those packs to actually get to a legitimate pushing scenario, and just a mess. So go get more ammo for your gun. It's not ammo mod, you cannot shoot forever. So that's actually another reason why this spot is a terrible place to hold. It's because there's no ammo for the soldier, the medic's at risk. Like, there's nobody watching drop down right now, nobody's looking at it. It's like, my god, so risky. And the pocket has no ammo, there's ammo on the left side. If you're just over there, you could have it. Now, hopefully they push before I have an aneurysm. But this is like, okay, I'm not even going to pause it because we're going to wait for forever probably before anything happens. like, this play is totally misdirected right now. There's nothing that they are doing to enable them to push. They're sitting here, they're trading spam with an enemy who's, you know, sitting and trading spam with them, because that's what you flip and do when you're in defense, is you sit there and you wait and you keep spamming so that when the other team finally does make a move, which looks like they're finally doing because they commit some scouts. Now the scout's dead, and everybody else overcommitted, so they lost 2, so they're going to get pushed on, but finally we have some action in the game. Pausing it. When you have the spawn advantage, it's on you to push. You have to be doing something. You have to either wait far back to get buffs so that you can push strongly through a door and use your Uber, or you have to be consciously suiciding somebody so that, you know, you have a chance of getting the pop out. And it's not like it's easy to push out on this point. Like, I'd say Blue's already at a disadvantage. Even the fact that they're pushing, you know, 2 up, they have this pop done already, and the 2 people who are down with scouts are going to be back into this fight. So I'd say Red's going to defend here. But the point I'm making is that standing there throwing spam when you have the spawn advantage, you have the responsibility to push. It's like, it just needlessly slows down the game. So I don't like to see that, where there's just like no direction. They're not doing anything. And now, see, it worked out. I'm really gonna shot at those stickies that are right on your screen, unless you have view models off. But I don't think he does, because this is like his point of view demo, so I should have his. Okay, anyways, so it worked out for them. But honestly, if the play that was actually made there was okay, alright, it didn't work because it's less stupid. But point to make: if the play they were actually calling was, let's sit here forever until the other team makes a mistake and bait them into making a mistake by sacrificing players, I think that's a bad play, because a good team won't let you get away with that garbage. You're dead. Sorry. And now we're just into like WM1 mode, because a bunch of people died both sides, but this point is like not pushable in either direction, so we're back to waiting. Some strong language coming out of the pocket for some reason. He kind of hosed himself on that play, so I don't know. Let's get back into this. Now we're sitting here. At least we have a sniper, you know. He's not buffed, which is a problem I have with this, because the scout's not going to do anything. But that sniper so he can peek, because we are waiting on you to shoot. We're waiting on you to click on people. And we're going. Okay. So, I disagree with having a sniper and then, you know, push. What the? Okay, I don't know. Maybe I'm just gonna quit TF2 because I don't understand how things work. Perhaps the other team didn't have Uber. But what is with this sniper play? Is sniper good on this mid? I didn't think so. I mean, the other team's doing it, but it's never ever worked for them, so I don't know what inspired Pinball Wizards to try it. Well, I guess it's a scrim, so... Oh, no buff for their armor. Gets the health pack that he should have been getting all game. So we have, like, the weird rollout going on here. And somehow a body shot into the enemy medic, which should be enough for Pinball Wizards to capitalize and win this point. But I don't really understand what was going on, because sniper doesn't make sense to me on mid. Look at that extra scout that could be really useful right now. But he's not, because they don't have a scout. I mean, he body shot the medic and all, but come on. Come on! Come on! Alright, I'll let this one go. Just trying different things. So mid stairs, I wait for forward spawn here because it's really obvious that you're gonna get forward spawn, and now you're 5 seconds, 10 seconds behind. Unless there was like some mixed call about that 5x cap that wasn't going to work for some reason. Now they're Ubering with nobody up, but they just killed everybody. And by nobody up, I mean the soldiers wasn't with them. So I would have disagreed with that, but I couldn't see what was going on, so what the heck. guess the medic was close enough for it to work. And now they are rolling last. Rolling on through. So there's a heavy, hopefully the sniper kills him because here come the spawns. Sniper kills the demo. Nice focus on the heavy and a nice victory there for Pimple Wizards taking that round. Now hopefully we're moving on towards the last round because watching this much snakewater is making my eyes hurt. Although I guess it's, you know, this week of ESEA, so maybe I'll just shut my eyes and play. No, I play Roaming Soldier this season anyways, so I don't need to see to know where the ground is. So we have the same mid. I mean, heck, worked last time, right? Rocket jumping is difficult. Now I don't know what's like going on where the other team's scouts are. Oh, the other team's running a sniper. It's like sniper truce. I'll just pause for a second and point out back to what I was talking about at the start of the round. If that soldier had been coming from under rather than over top on that jump, or if he had jumped, you know, straight down at them rather than way the heck high up in the air, there wouldn't have been two stickies waiting for him and he could have killed that medic. But height advantage, not all it's cracked out to be when you have, you know, a height advantage of 1,000. So, Roamer, typical, hiding, yeah. Hopefully the medic comes through there and he gets them. Let's see, okay, med didn't cap. I'm not actually sure if the blue medic lived mid. I guess we'll find out pretty soon when there's a pop or not. They're not building Uber though, and they're holding close up, so I'm gonna say, based off this position, the other med died. But now they're backing up. So maybe I should stop trying to predict things and just go with it. So we are holding 2. Okay, the other med must have died, because otherwise they would be in on this. Maybe they're coming now. Maybe this is just peak. Maybe. Maybe. So there's a kill in the pocket. An awkward as all get out pop for blue. You're gonna get this. You're gonna get this. Nice pipe dodge. Okay, pop and go. There's no point in risking it. There's no point in taking extra damage. You should just be chasing this like mad. And I guess I would have been baited there because the combo was nowhere near, but there's a nice pop. Oh, and they haven't even capped 2 yet. That was like an Uber until last from blue before the 2 caps. So whatever play coming from the Scouts Roamer that let them capitalize. Good for them. So now, I guess they have no scouts with them, so they're forced to sit on this cap, and that's fine, I guess. But now the other team will have some forward spawns, they won't have really spamming them. Oh, there's a soldier hiding. Risks the demo, but doesn't manage to finish the job, possibly spreading his damage onto the medic. Going for glory. No dice, though. So, soldier pick, we have good health. So I would like to have seen them moving a while ago, but they have not moved, and now they lost somebody because they had nobody watching their sniper. Or perhaps the scout was watching their sniper, and it was just a sudden flood of people. So in a situation where we had a soldier kill, should have taken that ammo by the way, we are now waiting for the Roamer to jump, and they pop through anyways. But actually separating that medic there was really nice play. I guess the other medic didn't have Uber, so nice jumps allowing Red to take this. And they're sending the scout to last, which is actually a decision I agree with in this particular situation because almost everything's dead and the combo wouldn't make it there before the spawns were up. And now the medic is forced to point by that scout, so this is a flood and go. Good job. Putting it away. Whew. So that's that, I suppose. We are through another demo. And perhaps I should leave you with some thoughts about that. Soldier jump up top. Do not like it. And given that I just watched this, you think I could bring something to mind that would be good to think about other than that, but Yes, the slow pushing, but every team seems to be a victim of it, so, you know, I won't ever understand what gets into people's minds that pushes them into this. Okay, we gotta spam here for 5 minutes without any, you know, specific goal before we go. Oh well. TF2. TF2. Hopefully you all tune in to watch Experiment versus Classic Mix-Up tomorrow evening, or perhaps you watched it if you are now watching this long after I recorded it. So, yeah, hopefully that's a good game. Hopefully we'll see some more exciting action, some fast pushing, some big air shots. You know, the good stuff. So, post this up, and I will hopefully be doing 1 or 2 of these a week. I'm going to try to get into more of a routine with this. And I think I have like 3 or 4 demos built up right now, so hopefully I won't get too far behind. Keep sending me demos. I'll try to get to them. And that will wrap us up, so catch you all later.